Thanks for joining us. I'm Drew Scott. We begin with sex trafficking on Long Island. We're seeing fewer prostitution arrests and fewer victims getting help. One of those victims spoke to us. Macy Eglin has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
The systems are failing.
Sex trafficking on Long Island. Young girls, sometimes just 13 years old, being targeted.
We have this big saying of save our children, but we're not actually saving our children.
According to federal statistics, Long Island is in the top 20 destinations for human trafficking in the U.S. Jasmine Krakowski was 16 when she became a victim.
He took me to a house in Ronkonkoma and told me that I had to sleep with all of them or he was going to kill me.
Sex traffickers are making full use of social media, allowing prostitution to move off the streets and into the privacy of hotels and homes.
While the problem may be growing, very few cases are being prosecuted, and resources for the victims aren't being fully utilized.
There's been a downward trend.
Newsday investigative reporter Sandra Petty has been compiling the numbers. She found a dramatic decrease in arrests and court cases, despite millions in government grants. The Nassau County Police Department, which does not have a human trafficking unit, made 316 prostitution and sex buyer arrests in 2013. A decade later, it was down to 22. Suffolk County Police formed their human trafficking unit in 2018, and in the first few years made dozens of arrests, including 21 for people involved in trafficking a child under the age of 18. Progress has slowed significantly in the last few years.
They're complicated cases. Sex workers are not always the most reliable witnesses, and one big reason for that is that they're terrified of their traffickers.
That was true for Jasmine, whose parents reported her missing. She says he threatened to beat her if she told anyone what was going on.
When he got the phone call that the police were there looking for me, I was already threatened and scripted on what I needed to say, or I was going to pay that price.
In recent years, there's been a shift in mindset, which could be behind the drastic change in enforcement.
There's a recognition that many sex workers are victims, and so there's a desire not to arrest them.
But for Jasmine, being arrested for a drug charge and going to court-mandated rehab is what helped turn her life around.
A majority of us don't have that privilege to be where I am now.
So what resources do these sex trafficking victims have here on Long Island?
You're entitled to housing assistance, mental health counseling, job assistance, clothing, food, all sorts of things.
The problem is, very few victims are certified.
It takes a letter from a lawyer, a police officer, social worker, whoever, sent to the state saying this woman is a victim of sex trafficking.
According to the state, since 2018, only 49 victims in Suffolk and 25 in Nassau have been confirmed and qualify for services, despite hundreds being identified by law enforcement. But Jasmine says that help could change a life, and she is living proof.
Now I get to give back in the community and work as an anti-human trafficking advocate and advocate for the girls and be that person that I didn't have.
Reporting for NewsdayTV, I'm Macy Eglin.
Jasmine isn't the only victim to speak to Newsday.
I wasn't the kid that was able to run home to mom and dad. Say like you were walking around and you would have saw something and you said something, you might have been able to save my life a long time ago. Little do you know?
Watch our documentary on sex trafficking on Long Island and read more about it on Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. 2 Holbrook parents have been indicted for the apparent overdose death of their toddler. Wilkins Adonis and Derry Lee Lebrock have been hit with drugs, weapons, and child endangerment charges. Police say their 14-month-old son was found unresponsive at their home earlier this month. A preliminary toxicology report found cocaine and fentanyl in his system.
Our police are finding fentanyl and other deadly narcotics every day in Suffolk County. Every day they are administering Narcan to revive Suffolk County residents who are overdosing. They are doing this at an alarming rate. This is what we knew was going to happen given the deadly nature of these drugs, and it's going to continue to happen unless we act.
Both parents have pleaded not guilty and are being held in the Suffolk County Jail on outstanding warrants. A Long Island man has been handed the maximum sentence of 25 years to life for the murder of his ex-girlfriend. The judge called 51-year-old Wayne Chambers heartless during the sentencing. The Medford man was convicted of stabbing Sandra McIntosh more than 20 times in Holtsville back in 2021. 5 Long Island school districts are among 16 in the state experiencing funding troubles. The state controller says that Amityville and New Suffolk are facing significant fiscal stress. Roosevelt, Middle Country, and Springs are also on the list, but their funding troubles are not considered as serious. Long Island companies are having a tough time finding qualified and motivated workers. That, according to local CEOs. A new poll asked more than 300 corporate leaders what they're facing as they try to hire. According to a Siena College poll, the CEOs said more than 70% of the job applicants had poor writing skills, more than 70% lacked initiative, and 74% had unrealistic expectations about how much they should be paid. And that's not all.
Long Island CEOs who are looking to hire say that job applicants that are coming to them lack the work ethic, the professionalism, the commitment to doing the job, which makes it harder to fill the many positions that are out there.
To read more about James Medore's full story, just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. Now, checking out your hyperlocal forecast. Today, highs around 46 degrees. Tonight, the low will be in the 40s. Tomorrow, staying on the warmer side, 45 degrees. Here's a look at your futurecast. Rain leaving us early mid-morning. Then we'll have a nice clear Saturday, followed by more rain on Sunday. So keep those umbrellas handy. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Paying for food or paying for health care, many Long Islanders are coping with crushing deductibles. Sherry Einhorn has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
It makes me very stressed out.
Melville's Lori Condon says handling her family's health insurance bills is like a full-time job on top of her actual full-time job.
You have to be a genius to decipher all of the little nuances in all of this billing.
She used to pay about $13,000 a year for a higher premium plan, but recently switched to a high deductible plan because she thought it would be more cost-effective.
I kind of hate it.
She has to lay out $4,000 in deductible costs for her family before insurance kicks in. That means she's paying bills like these: $195, $243, $848.
I was horrified, and I thought to myself, why did I even go?
High deductible plans, $3,200 or more for a family, are often popular because people believe they're cheaper. And sometimes they are.
You absolutely have to be strategic when it comes to health insurance.
Ruth Lynn Noel Joseph is an insurance broker who runs HealthWiz Solutions. She works with individuals, families, and small employer groups.
We want to know how they're using their insurance. Do they have any planned surgeries? What kind of medications are they taking? Are they only going to see their primary care doctor, or are they not? And then we look at age as well.
Between 2020 and 2022, according to a federal database, 47% of people on individual health plans and 44% of people on family plans through their employer had high deductibles.
I hear very often people fall into that hole.
Eileen Karina is a board-certified patient advocate.
These bills start coming in, and as bills start coming in unexpectedly, I think people start avoiding sometimes going to the doctor or getting care that they need because they're getting these bills that they didn't think that they would get.
I want to do the bare minimum.
That's where Lori Condon is now, describing herself as selective when it comes to seeking medical care.
Right now, my feeling is I'm afraid to go to the doctor. I'm very confused. I don't have a good game plan right now. I'm not sure.
I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Thank you, Sherry. Now, you can read more about the high deductibles on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Some help keeping up with your Get Healthier New Year's resolution. We have a look at some salad hotspots. Andy Berlin has today's Feed Me TV.
Salad without Doritos, no go for me. It was my New Year's resolution to eat at chain salad restaurants, and I'm gonna rank them from pretty good to even better. It feels like you're celebrating vegetables when you walk into a Sweet Green. I like the salad dressing. It's got a really nice zappy, snippy, zippy lime flavor. I feel like they should have cut the avocado, because if I was at my desk, this would be super awkward. It's pretty good. Cava has the fiercest fan base of any of these salad spots, and it's also the largest chain restaurant I visited. Tastes like a Chipotle version of a Mediterranean bowl. I'm not loving it. It's like, it reminds me of delicious things that I've eaten, and it's like halfway there. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this because people really love Cava, but I don't really know what the hype is about. It's okay. That is a seltzer of healther. Health-ser. So this is Chopped. What I do like about this restaurant is they have really nice tables. When I heard the words crispy chicken ranch, I thought of a beautiful piece of fried chicken, and this is more like a chicken misery. Did I say that was ranch dressing? Because it's kind of hard to tell. It's okay. This is Just Salad. Kind of has a boring name, but honestly, I'm digging this. This is a bucket of health right here. Look at this beautiful health. I appreciate getting a salad that doesn't have any meat in it and still fills you up. I would be so happy if I opened this up in between my 3 p.m. email. This email did find me well. I have a Just Salad. I feel good. I mean, I don't feel good about the world, but I feel good about this salad. And that's the little pleasures. Even better. This is it, folks.
Okay, for more on where to find those healthy salads, just go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
I found my voice in broadcast television. I tell stories through my perspective and proud of who I am. I am thrilled to serve as your weekday morning anchor for Newsday TV.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Drew Scott. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.